Welcome to Planning Phase Syndicate, episode 97. He means more to me than you will ever know. Tonight, we're going to be talking about store champ kits, regional qualifier kits, possibly the Pride of Mandalore kit. We're going to be talking about some points changes that we are predicting could possibly come up here in the future, and much, much more. Thank you all for joining us. We were off last week due to a personal issue. I have something I would like to share with everybody, and I will forewarn you, it's a little bit of heavy subject content matter in my personal life. So if you would like to, you're more than welcome to fast forward about, I'm going to say 5 minutes because I don't want to spend a lot of time on this tonight. But I have to talk about something a little bit that's been going on in my personal life because it has affected a lot of what I've done in my leagues, a lot of what we had planned for the summer with traveling and doing all this stuff. And I just felt the need to share with everybody a little bit of kind of what's going on behind the scenes so that if I don't show up for a week and it's just JJ and Alex, you'll understand why. How does one take a moment and stretch it out to infinity? How does one take a lifetime of memories and encapsulate them within one lifetime? There are questions that we all ponder, that we are faced with these choices, these decisions, changes that affect our core being beyond what we have the capability to comprehend. The last 2 weeks have been full of feelings. It felt like a eternity, essentially. My time has, it felt like it has stopped and has shattered. Our hearts have shattered, our wills have been broken, but we can continue to face a surmountable challenge with dignity, grace, a sense of desire to ensure that the world will not continue to crumble and crush us. What I'm trying to say is these last 2 weeks, for the most part, I've been very private. We've kept to ourselves. We hold our own counsel, and we have not been ready to share what has happened. Um, Over the last month, my youngest has had reoccurring fevers, and they could not figure out specifically why. We went from a daily routine of doing the mundane to what my life has been is a hellish landscape, a hellish nightmare, whatever the heck you want to call it, over the last 2 weeks. We recently found out that my youngest daughter has cancer. At this point, I don't feel the ability or the need to share more details than that. We are working on fighting the cancer. She officially was diagnosed with cancer 2 weeks ago. We had to have a biopsy done that same week. We were in the hospital for 3 or 4 days, getting some things. And then this week we had a treatment plan presented to us. Without that being said, it's going to be a fight. It is not a small fight. But we are dedicated to providing the attention, the dedication, the determination to help her fight this battle and to win. So this has been a huge shock. It's not been something I have been able to come on the air and share. Um, I felt last weekend I couldn't hold a show on my own without breaking down more than what I have tonight. So here's what we know. That we have a treatment plan. She has kidney cancer, and we have a treatment plan that we will be utilizing to help reduce the tumor and stop the spread of it. With that being said, while that is going on, they're working on developing a surgery plan that will help for that. Now, if you feel the need or the desire to reach out or any of these other things, I'm working on setting up a Facebook page to journey the details. One of the reasons we had been very private is because I do have a lot of people I talk to. on a regular basis, not just in the X-Wing community, but both in a local organization group that I help run, as well as um, some of my local X-Wing stuff we are pretty active in. So the big thing that if anybody would like to help out now or talk to me about it, the biggest thing that we can have is for us to have some privacy. I ask if it's something to do with the show that you contact JJ. Currently, right now, JJ will be able to communicate back with me anything that people want to talk through or bring up. I just don't have the mental capacity to have a million conversations right now. We currently are in and out of the hospital every 2 to 3 days. So anyway, we are giving this the best go that we can. We're again. I apologize if you reach out and I just don't answer. I apologize if I seem a little pissier during the week in the discords. I really truly don't mean it at all. Now, with that being said, because we cannot let cancer define our lives, I'm going to bring in my co-host, and we're going to actually have a show to take not just some time to look at some amazing shit. I guess I'm just going to rate this episode explicit. We're gonna look at some amazing shit, but I need to take my mind off of some of the things that have been going on. So joining me tonight on mic is Mr. JJ. I'm buying him a Lions hat because I cannot stand that giant hat gridiron. And Alex, the bench warmer of all bench warmers from the Bench Warmers podcast. How are you tonight?
The definition of strictly average, let me tell you. It's great.
It's been yeah, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
I was gonna say for me, it's been a hell of a stressful week. Probably not as stressful as yours, man. But we did our big move. As you guys who've been following the show for a little bit, um, I originally moved out of Florida back in August of last year. We had done like a partial move because we had moved over to my brother's place in Raleigh, and we stayed there for a few months. This last week, we did our full move, going to our brand new apartment, which is where I'm at now, which is why everything's like weird here, my background here. And that included actually moving out everything that we had from our storage unit into our place here and trying to essentially reassemble our life here. It has been an entire week of moving very heavy objects, repairing some of my furniture that was broken during the process of the move, and just generally trying to sort everything out, as well as getting my internet back up and running and stuff. So X-Wing has been very far away from me this particular week, just with everything going on here. But I'm excited. I've been keeping up with some of the news that they've presented for some of these qualifier cards and prizes. And let me tell you, it is awesome. I will be attending the Richmond Open this coming weekend that's coming up. And just a side note for it, Chris Allen did post on the Discord that they got their hands on a store champ kit. So if you're attending the Richmond Open or thinking about it, that will have the store champ kit, and the winner will win a ticket or invite to go to Worlds for next year. So it's going to be big. Hope to see you guys there.
Well, that's awesome. I'm happy that they finally are getting store champ kits and that we're able to use them outside of just like local stuff. So it is kind of fun. I mean, I know of like 3 or 4 of them going on supposedly in Michigan. Or Michigan, Chicago. There's one June 6th, or June 3rd, sorry, out in Chicago if you all want to attend. And Corey and I, again, with all my news, I haven't had a lot of time to spend with Corey, but Corey and I have at least 2 stores with store champ kits that we are setting up. And I'm working on getting Michigan GT to let us use the store champ kits. So
nice.
So we'll see.
Question on that, right? In the event that you have a very large like event turnout, right? Would you guys be able to use 2 store champ kits? So that way there are 2 invites that go out for the event, or are you still just restricted to using 1 per event?
If we are not restricted, there is no restrictions that I know of. That no stores have told me any restrictions. The document just asks that you have 16 people to play. But I don't know, like there's going to be some stores that aren't going to get 16 people. So like, I mean, it is what it is. I don't think anyone's going to stop it. They really just don't want you buying a store champ kit and like you get like 2 or 3 of them and 4 of your friends sit down and play. And y'all get world's invites. We don't know if I can get another store champ kit in this area. We will have 2 of them for GT. But I'll be honest with you, I cannot get GT to contact me because they originally had Asmodee contacts, and if I could get regional qualifier materials instead of store champ kits, I'm going to do that because that's a lot cooler, which we'll see here in a few minutes when we get into that.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, I could probably get top 64 like a regional qualifier at GT. That should be fine. Get all the really cool Jedi stuff.
Spoilers. Spoiler. Damn it, Alex. The other thing real quick, and I got something cool that I wanted to share with everybody, but the other thing real quick is Alex will be so we've officially I know Alex has his own podcast, and if you have not listened to the Best Spin Benchwarmers, you 100% should go out and listen to them. They don't produce episodes as often as we do. But every time they do an episode, it is full of great content, and Alex usually bashing on me. Just kidding. They don't do that.
But bad people from Ohio, sir.
Well, technically, I was originally from Ohio.
Oh, that's unfortunate. I'm sorry.
I was born in Springfield. Alex has offered to kind of step up and help out with content and stuff like that over the course of the next 2 or 3 months, since I don't know what my journey is going to be. For the foreseeable future, we will still be casting every week. I don't see that going away again, like unless there's an emergency or something happens and I have to take her into the hospital. We're trying to figure out how we can procure a second car because my van is at the point of not working very well right now. So I'm getting some estimates to see how much the repairs are going to be. But if it's going to cost me $2,000 or $3,000, I might as well just buy another car. At that point, it's older. It's like a 2008. It has like 200,000 miles on it. So
yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. My wife drives a lot for school, so or she did. Not in school right now for the summer, but anyway, so we are looking. So I guess if somebody lives in this area that has I don't need like a brand new vehicle, but a decent vehicle that they're looking to upgrade out of, you're welcome to contact me. I am going to be looking around at vehicles just because we probably should have 2 reliable cars. Because I don't know how people live with 1 car when you have 2 people and you're never home. Like it's really hard. I don't know how you do it, JJ.
No, we have 2 cars just for that reason, man. Yeah.
So to begin with, though, before we get into Store Champ kit prizes, M Live had this thing called Michigan has a Star Wars Mos Eisley's Cantina opening up on May 4th in Detroit. This is crazy, right? Like, Alex, have you heard of this?
I have not, but it does look kind of fun and interesting.
So maybe Alex will be happy and go there. I don't know if I'm going to be able to get out there on the 4th because I think the 4th is a Thursday and I work. I don't know what that is.
That's the fire alarm. So I will be right back.
JJ's on fire.
All right, I'm muting JJ. Holy crap. Yeah, go check if you got a fire. Go on, JJ. Jesus.
Yeah, May 4th is in fact a Thursday.
So. Like for me, getting out there is usually pretty hard. But it looks like it says it's going to be at the Tangerette Gallery in Detroit on Milwaukee Avenue. So they say it's like 6,000 square feet. That's pretty big. That's huge.
Hey, it's also for the 5th and the 6th for people who don't actually want to do it on the 4th specifically. It is for the whole weekend, it says.
Oh, sweet.
So,
well, maybe I will be out there this weekend.
Yeah, you should. If I'm not going to either Missouri or Virginia, I'll let you know. Maybe we can like hang out or something.
Yeah, because this looks really cool. And like essentially it's 35 credits is what they say. It is 21 and over. They have costume purchases here, and I don't know. It looks really cool to me. So I would go just for the fun of saying I got to go to a Mos Eisley's Cantina. Um, I don't know. It looks really cool to me, and I think it's something I would like to do. So
Did
yeah,
you
so I
ever
guess definitely let me know if you're going if you're going away or not.
did you ever watch like the Richard Pryor like parody of the Star Wars space bar?
No.
Oh, you need to watch that because they use the original costumes from the film,
Oh yeah.
and it's just Richard Pryor being like a bartender there. It's hilarious.
That's awesome.
And I'm hoping that this is what it's going to be like. Just Richard Pryor just yelling at people.
Yeah, I'd never heard of it until and again, maybe it's because it's how Facebook is, right? Facebook like freaking data mines you from hell. But like in this case, it worked out to my benefit. This was one of those sponsored MLive articles, and like I was like, oh, it actually pertains to me for once. But yeah, so that would be really cool if we could go. I did get to go see Return of the Jedi today in the theater. So that was exciting.
Nice.
I know Alex doesn't care about.
No, I
Wars movies.
was going to go watch it too. I actually saw Raiders of the Lost Ark instead before today, just earlier today, because I think I looked it up and Jedi is still playing next week, so I'll go then.
All I know is we get there. Like, okay, so a little side tangent story, I guess. So I get there, and like, my wife is one of those let's be early people, and I'm usually like, we just show up on time. We'll be there a few minutes early. We're good. So because it was on the other side of town, it was like a 35-minute drive. So we left an hour early. We got there with 40 minutes to spare, and the line for concessions was so full. Like we were waiting in line. They kept coming out and announcing, if you're here for the 3:45 Star Wars showing and you don't have a ticket, you don't need to stand in line because there's no tickets left. And we didn't think it would sell. Like my son and I went and saw Rogue One. Was it last year? I think it was last year. Him and I went and saw Rogue One. And yeah, I was like insanely surprised that because that wasn't sold out, and this was. But I mean, it is Return of the Jedi, which is I don't know. Maybe we should rank our favorite Star Wars movies.
The worst of the original three.
I disagree. I think it's the best one. It's my favorite one out of the original three.
I haven't seen it since like the mid-aughts, to be fair, which is why I actually wanted to go see it. I saw the other two semi-recently, but...
Well, the funny thing was that my daughter's sitting next to me, and, my daughters, none of my kids are really big into Star Wars, but my one son. And my one daughter is sitting next to me, and I was like, all right, that was not in the original movie. This was added, and this was added. And then I'm sitting there watching. And you guys have to tell me, because I'll be honest, I haven't watched Return of the Jedi. It's probably been a good, 6 years, because JJ and I were gonna watch it the one night last year, and then we both fell asleep early and did not watch it because we were drunk or whatever. But I don't remember there being TIE interceptors in that movie, but there was TIE interceptors in there.
That's where they come from.
Okay.
Yeah, they were in the original there. Yeah, it's that part where they're like there's like it's a trap and they get all the fighters come in that fighter screen. That's where you see all the interceptors come in, and then they're chasing Han and stuff.
Lando. But yeah, okay. I did not know. I did not know that. I guess I don't remember that, and it's just been so long. And I was kind of excited. I was like, man, that's crazy. And like they obviously did the touched up version because the graphics were a lot better than the version of it I own. Because I own I have it on when it first came out on DVD, before they started remastering it. So I have one of the original ones for it. So anyway, we should probably talk X-Wing because that's what we're here for. We're here to talk Store Champ kits. I got my hands on a Store Champ kit. And I hope there's no private information. I think I got rid of the address that I had on there. I don't know if it matters or not, but just for privacy. But my store let me open the kit that they got. So I thought, why not share it with everybody else? Because I'm telling you, it's not just the regional qualifiers that have amazing stuff. This Store Champ kit is pretty exciting.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. That's nuts.
So, to begin with, there's the box to prove it was sealed. and then I unsealed it. Then we have this amazing Poe Dameron card, which is exactly why they decided to keep Poe at 7 effing points. Is because they already had this Olar card made last year.
Heck yeah. Mm-hmm.
They didn't have to make it first place, though. That's going to be harder for me to get.
It is. It's first place. It's holographic.
Oh, is it?
Yes. It's not like the really like one where you can't see it when you look at it. Like it's not like insane, but it has a slight holographic tint to it. It's really cool looking. I'm telling you right now.
I have to go to every single store champ within 10 hours now.
Now, you want to know the best part about this, and I don't know what the legal requirements are. You get 4 sets of cards. So there is technically 4 Poe Damerons. So only one in English, but there is 4.
They have it in other languages?
They do. You get 4 different, like the one,
So
I don't
inclusive.
know. The one was, I know German is one of them, and I don't remember the other ones. I'm guessing
Probably
French, and maybe Spanish. But I'm not 100% sure because I didn't look at them all. I don't know. I didn't look at them all. I could go back and find out next week if we want. But I was super, super excited for that.
Heck yeah, man. They look amazing.
Right, so you get Poe if you win everything, which I guess is fair.
Yes.
That's so cool. God damn it.
So, but the best part is going to be, so like our store, I talked with our store and he'll find out. I don't think there's any requirements, but I think with the store kit that for this one, we're just going to give out the other alt art cards unless somebody in the community says, hey, we don't have them and it's someone I trust. Because like the biggest thing I don't want to do is take these ones that are in other foreign languages and give them to somebody and then have them turn around and sell them. Like I don't want that.
Yeah.
Like I'm happy to give you stuff if you can't get a store champ kit so you can have it. But if we don't have anybody step up, like there's going to be enough of these cards. That we're just going to give the alternate ones away, I think, because I don't see why not to.
Yeah. I know there's some. I was gonna say I know that there's some folks over in South America, like in Peru and stuff, in Brazil, that have a supply issue. So they'll probably won't see these store champ kits for probably until like next year, sadly. So if any one of you guys ever reach out, dame una llamada, le ayudo.
I'm gonna take all the French ones and sell it to the people in Quebec.
All right, so note to self, when Alex decides he's going to come to our side of town, do not give him the extra cards.
Going to Canada, eh?
Yeah. So the next thing that I found in there was top 16 cards for our suppressive gunner. I think it looks pretty cool. You're basically seeing, I'm guessing that's an arc is what that is, shooting down tri-fighters.
So cool looking.
Yeah.
It's a useless card, but it's so cool.
Yeah.
I might actually have to put it in the list.
So that's top 16 cards. Top 8 cards are outmaneuver, and I don't know why they have an X-wing outmaneuvering a TIE fighter. I think there's only a few X-wings that can outmaneuver TIE fighters. I remember a lot of X-wings dying to TIE fighters, but you know,
it's for those. It's those wedge players that like to put outmaneuver on wedge.
No, the weird thing is that like that's their art for like Blue Squadron Scout or something similar to that. I'm pretty sure that's on just another card, which is really confusing.
Well, you should look that up. I didn't know that. That's not good.
99% sure it was like Blue Squadron Scout or something like that. I could be wrong. It'd just be incredibly similar, but it's cool.
So the next is, this card is a 000 card, and this is only for the TO. It's a TO only card.
That's depressing.
Yes.
I mean, I'm going to be hosting one anyways, so I'm going to get it, but...
I mean, I guess I can put an event on, you know, like the Planet Face Syndicate Showdown too, you know, I guess, you know.
All I know is I love that card so much. I wanted to take it home. Like, I was like, I don't even fly that many scum lists with 000 in it, but It would be awesome to have that. Like in a Dr. Aphra card. I would love that.
And BT1.
And BT1. Yeah, I don't know. Do they have a alt art BT1 card?
No, but they should.
Maybe we'll make one. The next one is Doza. So Vanessa Doza has an alt art card. Looks like she's shooting a plasma torp. I believe these are top 4 cards, is what these are going to be. I don't know if they're going to be faction cards or what it is, but that top 4 card, Vanessa Doza, still a pretty cool looking alt art card that I've not seen before. Then the next one is Lieutenant Gaelic.
Yeah, they're just the blown up versions of like their cards.
Yeah,
which is super cool looking though, because they're all the art for like Hot Shots and Aces is just incredible.
Yeah, absolutely.
Then the next one is a standard out loadout looking type card, but it's obviously not. But that's what it looks like.
Yeah.
And that is for Second Sister. So I thought that was pretty cool too. That card I like a lot. I like that one more than I like this Gaelic card, personally. But this is, I think, the style they're going to for some of these alt arts. I could be wrong, but I think that's the style for it. Now, I don't know what this symbol is. What is this symbol here on the left? I've
like
never seen it.
Is that like the Inquisitor's symbol thing? That's my only guess.
For Second Sister?
I don't know things about Star Wars, man, so this is my only guess.
I think so. I think that's about
just
right.
It's a Star Wars symbol for Inquisitors, just in general.
Okay.
That was easy to look up. That's convenient.
So then we have a Keo Venzi card. And that one's pretty cool too. I'm not as sold, but the back art to that, like that rebel sign, I like that. That's pretty cool.
That is dope. That is dope. That's actually the squad symbol from Squadrons for that squadron. What is it? Titan Squadron. I forget what the
yeah. I think you're right. I think it's Titan. So okay, I have a question then. Does Disney have a say then in the Squadrons game because it's Star Wars, right? So
yeah, I would think so. Yeah.
Okay, well that would make sense why they can use it then. So I out of all the cards, like I like the Second Sister one, but this Keel one I think I would use the most. So the Keel one is probably more for me, more what I would like to see. Then they have some tokens, JJ. I don't know what these tokens are. They literally do not describe what these are, but it does say, I'm guessing they're just objective markers. That's my assumption. They're for the top 2.
Yeah, they look like objective markers, and then like the red and blue symbols you'd put on for like the
for claiming, for like scramble. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I don't know what that center one is. Just a void, but
yeah, it's just like this greenish looking thing. I have no idea. I don't know. So okay, so
just to be sure, it didn't come with like any like scenario.
No,
like that.
Nope.
Wow. Yeah,
it's literally in the document. It literally says go to the website to talk about the scenario.
I know what it's for. It's a round marker because you had that round counter a little bit later on. You put that on there.
Okay.
That
would make sense.
Okay.
Yep. And then you obviously get the 1.5 range ruler. I don't know why they're giving us this. It looks stupid to me because like whatever, cool, thank you, I guess. I do like the objective markers. I think those are kind of cool, and I wouldn't be surprised if somebody turned those into metallic ones. Then obviously we have our World's Invite. So this is the front of the World's Invite, and that is the back. So I think that's pretty cool alt art.
It's all incredible. I am a little bit alarmed by the complete censorship of having Lapin in the box anymore. Because if you notice on the back of the box itself, it does not have Lapin anymore. But on the poster advertising for it, it still has Lapin on there. Maybe they actually realized they gave them the wrong initiative. That's my guess, because Scum
enough.
doesn't get anything. I assumed like the 000 was the replacement for Lappin because it's Scum, but apparently not. They just don't like Scum.
No. Yep. So then there's this round tracker. So you're probably right. That green thing is gonna be that round tracker.
Yeah.
So this is the document for it. I kind of broke it down. You get the info sheet, 16 suppressive gunners, 8 outmaneuvers. So if you run a 32 person tournament, not everybody's getting some.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is funny because they have top 32, but they don't have any top 32 privates in here. So I don't know who made this, but whoever made this, I don't know. Anyway. So 16 cards, 33 round trackers. I guess you get a round tracker. There you go.
Okay, cool.
First place qualifier invite, 1 000 card, 1 Podamer card. The 000 card is got the event organizer logo on it. They tell you do not sell this shit. They tell you here's how you advertise for it. We're not gonna go over that because I don't care. And then they talk about you need at least 16 and 1 event organizer. Again, I don't know how they're going to enforce it. My assumption is really that it's kind of up to your store. I will tell you, do not, if your store gets a bunch of kits and there's only 4 or 5 of you that play, please send them on to other places. If you get 3 or 4 kits though, and like you guys have like 50 people that play in your area, whatever. I mean, like I have no idea how many kits people should be getting. I don't know how many stores are getting all these. All I know is I think if you have an in with Asmodee, if like you have actually like support Asmodee products, you should be able to get a store champ kit. I'm assuming it's based on how good your rep is, but I don't know. So both of the stores I go to support Asmodee quite a bit. Like it's pretty heavily purchased in both the stores that I go to, and they both got store champ kits. So I don't know. I'm excited. The rest of the booklet essentially explains just the tournament procedure stuff. We're not going to go through any of that. You can find all that. It's identical to what's on the website. So it's not worth any of our time to go through that. So boys, any questions you have about store champ kits?
I wish they were here sooner. I can't wait.
Hey, I mean, just on a positive note, like I'm excited that after so many years of not having these official events, that we're getting back into the season where we get all these different store and store champ and regional events, just ramping up the hype for next year's Worlds. And I just hope that that everybody has a great time out there. It is competitive X-Wing, and if you're on the fence on whether or not you should join in, and let me tell you, this is a fantastic community, and it is a blast to go to these events. Even if you don't make cut, even if you don't place high enough, it's always fun to go out there and play and meet new people, and try to see how you fare against your local crowd that goes out there to play. So highly encourage you that if you haven't done it before, get practice in for your favorite list, whatever that may be, whichever faction or pilots, and give it a shot.
All right, so let's move on to World Open Qualifiers. First look, I apologize. I didn't have a ton of time to format today, but I did get the images, and I'm pretty bloody excited about these alt art cards. And I know some people like, okay, but here, let me tell you something that's going to blow your mind. Corey, the guy at my locals, does not use alt art cards almost ever. I don't understand why. He has them. It makes he likes the original cards. So what that means is if he has any, he probably would be willing to sell them to you. So when Corey wins his store champ, he's gonna have all these cards, and Alex, you could go, hey, would you like $20 for that Poe Dameron card? And he'll probably say
I'm
yes.
just gonna go to every store champ he's at and then win it. So you can't.
He can't. So these are the participation cards that everybody gets.
They're so cool.
They are very much going for the the logo for the faction in the background. I'm going to tell you, out of all of these, and I know I'm primarily a CIS player, this Gamut Key is my favorite card out of all of them. And I don't care if I don't get to go because of the whole thing in my life this year. If somebody gets a Gamut Key card and would like to send it to me for a reasonable price, let me know, because that card I will actually play because I play Gamut Key and I love that Hawk art. That's just, I don't know. I don't know what it is about that ship that draws me to it, but that art right there just is really, really, really good.
Yeah.
Too bad they nerfed him by giving him a 2 front arc attack instead of a turret attack. Don't mind that it's misprinted. No cards have ever been misprinted. I hope they fix that.
Oh, you're right. That's hilarious.
Yeah.
Well, I
love
bet you people have already complained about it.
I'm sure they have. But these are like solid choices. Well, not Volscaris, but these are like solid choices too. Like everyone has been playing Contrail a lot. You know, Kaz is always a good option. I personally love Hollow. People play Gamut all the time.
All right, so I'm going to argue a little bit with the Volscaris. I think that Volscaris is an underrated pilot. If we didn't have a 6-point Vader, we probably wouldn't have the same issue, right? So 6-point Vader goes away and we get Volscaris. Just saying, he becomes a little bit more viable. And then you have a reason to play the card.
And people still don't play him.
Yeah, because you have a 6-point Vader. If Vader goes up to 7 points, you got to restructure your list. I think he's playable, personally.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, sure.
All right, so I have to go to a store champ now and play against Alex with Volscaris and just beat him. I don't have to win the championship. I just have to beat Alex. That's all that's the goal.
Yeah, I mean, I've when Volscaris first came out, I actually played it quite a bit with like a good coordinating ship with either like Vermeil or with Feroff and such, and just getting that early coordinating to Volscaris to turn on its ability and then do a blue maneuver to remove the strain is really, really good, because you just basically point him where you want early. Give him like a focus, or if you have like a target lock on him, give him a target lock, and then at the start of engagement, you can barrel boost them to outmaneuver your opponent, and Volscaris is really, really good at that. So it's a really decent card. You do have to invest points to build around it, but he can punch very, very hard and is very slippery.
And then when your I6 rolls up and just smacks him right off the board, what do you do?
That's where you got to outmaneuver, buddy. That's where you use the ability.
Okay. I mean, I played against a couple of Volscarises. I can, like, I get it. I just I haven't seen too much people.
No, it is because
Empire
really well Empire is oversaturated with other cheap options right now. That's why.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, that's another reason.
The other thing that was really cool, and I'm going to say this kind of like when we went to Worlds, we had alt arts of standard loadout cards. These are not standard loadout cards, folks. So as much as I was concerned about moving towards that direction, it feels like this is a support of standardized card play. That's what this feels, or non-standardized loadout card play. Otherwise, why give us alt arts of these cards, right? So I don't feel they're moving as bad in that direction as I had originally thought, and I will give my thoughts here when we get to the Empire spoiler kit for the starter pack. There's some concerns I have in there. But that Hera card, I want that. That Hera B-Wing card, that's the other one.
Yeah.
I want.
Yeah.
I don't, the Contrail one looks cool, but I don't fly a lot of Republic, so.
I mean, he's in pretty much every Republic list too, so
He
that
is.
will be useful. That Hollow looks so gorgeous to me.
Yeah. Be nice. Hope maybe
I
they'll
love
lower
Hollow.
Hollow's points and we can play Hollow.
I
Now-
would love to do that.
That would be awesome. Now let's get into top 64, because if you only got 64 people come to your event and you're one of these,
Yes.
this is some pretty awesome cards here. This is even like, this is better.
That's why they're not participation, right?
Yeah.
They're so cool. They're so cool. And I'm assuming because you have Ayla right there, right? Or at least whatever card you have on there, that symbol is for Epic, which means they are supporting Epic eventually, I assume. So that's really cool that they're just like, hey, by the way, we didn't completely forget about a small part of this game that people play.
Yeah, and Ayla is in Epic is actually really good, just so you know.
Yeah.
Like, I have used her a couple times.
I was actually confused for a hot second because I'm like, wait, is this a pilot card for Ayla? But then just saw the symbol and the command symbol, and yeah, I mean, it's just really great that they're keeping that out there for like encouraging more players to just take a look at Epic at least, you know, to see this card or encourage them to play this card in there. Just hope that, you know, hopefully down the line, I know that they've mentioned in, you know, direct sources from AMG that they don't have anything planned for this year for Epic, but they are still working around a way to get to that eventually. My guess, you know, we'll see it sometime mid next year, hopefully. But it is nice to see at least a new card for Epic come out like that in the kit.
Yeah. Now, we also have, right, a couple of pilot cards that have differing symbols on them. Right? Lumi, I don't know what those 323 symbol is, right? Like those
That's
little
the
diamonds
stuff on her body.
Okay.
Yeah, that's the symbols on that. And Barris, right? That's the thing that people do.
Yeah,
that's like their body symbol paint skin.
It could be like a clan symbol too, you know.
Yeah, I don't know stuff about Star Wars, but I've seen those before.
Now, I will tell you, I do not like this Anakin Skywalker picture, but that's only because they've reused this fucking picture like 100 times. It was in Destiny. This is from Destiny. This is from they were. I think it was in something before Destiny as well. They've reused this stupid Anakin picture. I hate it. I hate the Anakin picture. So if I get this and somebody wants to buy it off me, I'll fucking sell it. I will not use this alt art Anakin card. I just won't.
Yeah, so it's what Obi-Wan, Anakin, and Yoda all in the Actus, Mace and Lumi, and just the Delta 7. It's kind of a missed opportunity to like print official, you know, errata 7B kind of cards. In my opinion, it kind of sucks that it's not a 7B, but also they look really badass. So
yeah,
that Yoda card, man, that Yoda card's sick.
I know, and I love Yoda. Like, I really hope we get some tweaks to Republic that kill some of the common crap so I can run Yoda, because I just love Yoda. I love that Yoda. When it first came out, I was running that Yoda all the time. That was like my favorite ship to run, was that Yoda.
I actually ran Yoda a little bit with, I think it was 3 Foresight Jedis.
Oh my god.
Just generic Jedis. And it was pretty cool to like Foresight and then get the Force back with Yoda. It actually worked really well. It was kind of disturbing.
So
that's awesome.
Does with the Foresight, after you use it, doesn't it say that your Force has to be inactive, or no?
No.
Oh, okay. Well, that's even worse.
I mean, you only get one bonus attack, so it's not like I'm technically foresighting. I used to run Foresight Inquisitors too, because that was really fun. It was like Major Vermeil, Soontir, 2 Foresight Inquisitors. And then just hitting people at range 3 with Foresight, they don't get the bonus, and you get a free focus mod. Super useful if you just took like an evade for your action.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
So the next is Punchboard. Range rulers, and top 8's going to get 3 acrylic force tokens that look pretty cool. Definitely different than what we've seen before. So you're getting, when you get the Punchboard, instead of it being by faction now, they're just saying Merry Christmas, here you go. Now, the question I have is, why do I have these little characters? Are they just for target locks? Is that what that is?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because they did the same thing with Plo Koon for a couple worlds ago.
Okay.
Yeah, and they just want people to stop using their Legos for target locks. So.
And I love the fact that they just have that like Jedi logo for their force. That's so cool. Someone should print that in acrylic. Cough.
And Rex, I agree with you. It's okay to play unoptimal ships. That's what I've been playing right now at my locals. So, but so all right. So they put the range rulers in here. I'm assuming these are going to be acrylic range rulers, which then makes me think that because the templates are here and they're giving us a template tray that we're going to talk about in a second, I'm assuming these range rulers are acrylic. That's my assumption. And I'm telling you right now, I am here for acrylic lightsaber range rulers. Those things, that is amazing. Those, like, I never would have ever, I would never have thought about that.
Is it thin enough to drill a hole, place a LED battery with like a lighting strip inside of it, and that way when you're measuring, they turn on as you're measuring? Like, that would be the best thing ever. Like, man.
Yeah, they look cardboard, but
cool.
I don't know, because then they have them all in this template kit, and typically you wouldn't put cardboard in acrylic template tray. You just wouldn't. Like, I don't know.
Maybe the top 32, like the punchboard ones, maybe they're cardboard and they're doing the top 8, and then you get an acrylic version of that. Maybe.
I think that these range rulers are acrylic. Yeah, so Rex said they come in acrylic. I have not seen this kit yet. So Rex, if you have access to the kit, that would be awesome to get some pictures. That's really cool. So then they're going to do top 4 qualifiers, get maneuver templates, trays, a world's invite. Top 4 get a world's invite and 3 extra force tokens.
Nice.
Then on top of that, if you are the champion, you get a undisclosed trophy and a world's accommodations covered, which they don't say what that means.
So
I think that's like the hotel stay,
exactly.
right?
Yeah. The travel and hotel they usually pay for. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
But yeah, this is the one where they get like the buy in their qualifier thing, right? Or for their world champ.
Yes. Correct.
They mentioned that earlier, right? I think this is the one where they get the buy.
Yeah. That's correct. Yeah, they would get the buy if they would win that, which is actually huge, right? Because that means that's less stress on you to advance into the cut if you had that first round buy, right? That reduces the number you need to win, assuming that they follow this year's format down to what, 8 wins or no 7 wins, right?
Yeah,
yeah,
which would be huge. Also, they give you like Mark's table closure. And that's only because I assume because they have Republic ships on there, because no one in the Republic will use that. It's mostly, if you see it, it's like the mining guild tie.
I mean, what would be great if you could get a double talent Y-wing with March Stable Closure and Tirfon Belly Run.
There you go.
So you just throw them on there, and then they could still shoot like an Ion or a Torp, and then come off of it and strain somebody. Yeah.
So and still take the effects of the obstacle.
Yep.
I have a quick question.
Mm-hmm.
With those range rulers, we have one that's beyond 3, right?
No, so it's 1, 1.5, 2, and 3.
Okay.
Yeah. I like how they use Yodas for 1.
Why do they have a 1.5 then range ruler?
Because they're giving out 1.5 range rulers.
Yeah, they're really pushing it, man. They really want you to measure that center objective.
They really don't want you to fold the board.
But I like folding the board.
Yeah, me too. I think that's the most accurate way of getting the center. Yeah.
It is the most accurate and it's the easiest.
Yeah, but nobody argues about
it. Not official.
Anyway, so 1.5, whatever. Float, whatever. I don't know. Whatever. I don't care. I wish it was a green. They should have made it red.
But all these Jedis are good people, right?
Yeah, well, okay.
They gave us Anakin.
Give me a white lightsaber. I don't want Anakin's. Fuck Anakin. All right. So that's I'm just gonna state it right here. Like, to me, this is very exciting for that piece of it. We had talked before about AMG prize support all the time.
Yeah.
And we've had this discussion a couple of different times, and that was always this concern that we had, is that AMG was not going to support. To me, this shows they are willing to invest the dollars into into competitive play. If we were just getting just cards and none of this other stuff, I would be like, it's cool looking, great. But them, like, again, I don't need another set of templates. I really don't. And I do want those lightsaber range rulers. That I do like those. And I don't know. Hopefully they have a tournament by JJ or something that I could just crash at somebody's house, fly in, get top 32, get my lightsaber range rulers, go home. I don't care about any of the other stuff. Well, I do, but the other stuff is whatever. If I get top 32, that I'll be excited about. But this shows to me that AMG is willing to support the community through competitive gameplay. That at least if they had not before, they at this time currently understand that this is important. So, I don't know. To me, win. At least.
Yeah, I mean, they're supporting it better than FFG. I mean, the prizes are cooler than the ones FFG gave.
Yeah.
Except for that one Worlds that never happened. The 2020 Worlds that had like all the Rebel stuff and the Guri and all that. But yeah, they're really going gung-ho on this. And I'm totally all about it.
Now, we're going to transition into the Empire Starter kit that was released in Europe this week. Or last week, I guess, whatever. I don't know. I don't know if you consider Sunday the start of the week or the end of the week, whatever it is. But this was released. So this is official. This is somebody that I guess it was legally able to be sold there. I don't believe we're getting this till the end of May. And so there's two things I want to discuss. We're going to discuss the standard loadout cards here. I want to talk about those a little bit. Because they claimed originally you wouldn't be able to have, or you wouldn't have anything else. You wouldn't have anything else, right? That would be something you couldn't already build yourself.
Correct.
The other piece I want to touch on real quick, and I want both JJ and Alex's opinion on this. The other piece that they talked about is that people were worried we'd go do some version of a 3.0. To me, this demonstrates 3.0 has to be very, very far in the future, if at all. Because why would we make starter kits with new rules, all this cool shit, if they're just going to make changes again? So to me, this feels like AMG is settling into a rhythm. They're providing us content, and they're saying, okay, now go sell the stuff so that we can continue to support you. So go out, buy this crap, which I don't need I don't need any more bloody Empire ships. I just don't. But that's what it feels like to me. So Alex, how do you feel about that? Do you feel a little bit more comfortable that we're going to stay with what we've got for the most part, enhance it, tweak it a little bit, but not move to a completely new version? Or do you still think that's possibly something in the future?
Oh, I think that they were just going to continue doing this. Like, I didn't think they'd be going to like a 3.0. That seems like rough to like split the community even further than it's already been. So I'm glad that they're still not doing that. I'm happy that they finally have starter kits, so it could just be like, here, buddy, here's 4 ships, please play.
Yeah. And these are relatively cheaply priced comparatively. Like, it's still like $60-$70, but I mean,
but you get 4 ships, literally everything.
Yeah. So like, when are you going to ever play? When are you going to ever buy 4 ships plus all the starter content for, $70? It's just not a thing.
I mean, I get that it might be a little bit of a hurdle. Just be like, hey, here's $70. Please play our game. That's kind of like or $80 or however they're pricing it. That's kind of like a big ask up front. But like,
I mean,
who doesn't just demo the game first, right? Like, anyone walking in is just like, here, play this game, take my moves. Who cares?
Yeah, exactly. And one of the things I've seen, that's been done before, at least with GSP, right, when they've done their specials about, the cost of entry into the game and what you would want to buy if you're starting into the game, most of those like those kits that they've put together always include like the core set, the original core set that comes, and then a few expansions and stuff. I mean, just to, if you really wanted to get into a particular faction with just a really good base squad, you know, you're looking at a minimum of about $150 anyway, doing it the old way, right? Because you're looking to buy the core set, which is only going to give you either 2 TIE fighters or an X-Wing if you're going for any one of those factions. If not, you have to go into buying additional templates or dice if you don't want to get the core set. Then you got to find one of the other faction starter kits and then build from there, getting extra ships and extra expansion packs to get the better pilots for that, and it just builds on and on and on, you know, for that cost. Here you got a full squad right out the box with everything that you need. You got your templates, your dice, your obstacles, all the rules, everything that you need, and you just put this on the table and you're good to go. Now, my only gripe that I have with this particular box is that it does not have any. It has a very limited amount of actual upgrade cards to go with the custom pilots, but still, it's still really great that you're able to put that good quality pilots that they've included in this year to start right out the box here and get into the game as soon as possible.
Yeah. And so I agree. And so Alex, to your point, having to drop that kind of money is a lot. But if you get into miniatures gaming, like that's nothing. I looked at getting into Warhammer because my son was getting into it, and I was like, maybe I need a new outlet. No. His friend told me how much money he spent and can't even play all the game. And I just was like, all right, no, thank you.
I understand. That's literally one of the reasons why I play this game, because it's cheap, like relatively cheap, and I don't have to paint.
Yeah. So this here, I mean, the only thing that I would encourage that could have been better is if we had better paint schemes on some of these ships, like they did in those other boxes. Like, I will tell you, if they had an alternative paint scheme, I would buy that, even though I don't need any of those ships. Other than, I guess a TIE fighter is fine, just because like my TIE fighters break and fall apart all the time.
It's fair. I mean, like, yeah, I like it. Like the paint schemes and stuff. It'd be kind of cool if they didn't, but then like people complain is that you know, AMG's making exclusive models for starter kits that I have to go spend $80 for just because I want a white stripe on my TIE fighter.
And you know what? Sucks to be you. If you want that, then shell out the money for it. Like that's it. Like I don't listen to Fly Better all the time anymore. But that was like a Dion thing. Like Dion will buy, or not Dion. D will go out and buy that type of stuff. And like if you want to spend the money, like I'll be honest, you know how much money I've spent? I bought the two I did buy 2 gauntlets, because at some point I will repaint one of them for my CIS faction. It will happen. I'm hoping AMG changes points so I can play them more reasonably. But anyway, if you want to do that, like, and they did this, FFG did that before. There was some of those, like, I bought a couple of boxes that allowed for other things, and I don't know, like, people did buy it. I have like red and black colored no, I don't have the Star Viper one. Well, I might. I don't know. I don't play Star Viper, so
the Star Viper in 1.0 was literally known as the Auto Thrusters expansion.
Yeah.
I don't know if I have that one or not, but I do have the Interceptor colored one, and that, like, when I run Sunterfeld, that's who gets that. And I have a Defender that's painted red and black that I think came in, I don't remember.
Aces
the same
the
pack
Aces
as
pack, yeah.
The Aces one.
Yep. And I run that when I run Vader. So
what you should have done is use the red one for like anyone not Ryad, like Vessery, and then use the normal one for Ryad. People get angry at you if you do that.
Oh yeah.
Well, the opposite of what schemes they have.
When they give me 6-point defenders in a couple of weeks, then I will be running 2 of those. So don't worry.
Gross.
It's not gross.
If they give you 1 6-point defender, the others must be 8.
No. Give me a couple of 6-pointers, and then let me have Vader down to 8 so I can run 3 defenders again. Yes. Give it to me, AMG. Do it. It won't be good. Won't be
Were
good.
you even around for triple defenders?
I was
in
not,
1.0?
but it's a different world that we live in.
Yeah, they're
All right.
stronger.
No, they're not.
They have
You
an
can't
extra
take-
shield. They got an evade action.
Yeah, except for you
Yeah,
got
better
to take
blues.
scenarios. Actually, so think you're going to put 3 ships on the board.
2K.
All right, we're going to keep moving on. You know what? I will. You pick whatever list you want currently, and I'll run 3 defenders against it, and we'll see where we get. Because I don't think it. I want Vader and Countess Ryad and one other one.
Great. Now I get dumpstered.
You're not going to. I don't think. Whatever. We'll play. We'll play on
Free
stream one of
evade
these
and then
days.
take the scenario action.
All right.
Fine.
Let's move on. So, we'll come back to the standard loadout thing. So as you can see here, this is kind of what the kit looks like. They're giving you objective markers, templates, range ruler. They're giving you those really cool looking bomb cards that give you the indicators of what each of the bombs do. There's our obstacles look pretty cool. Giving us another set of objective markers, plus tokens to take the scenario actions and a round counter, which we have not seen officially before until this. That's pretty cool. Not that I want that round counter, because it's probably cardboard, but it looks pretty cool.
I have 2 things to say. Actually, no, the round counter does look real sick. First off, for some reason, they just don't list whatever deplete tokens are for the rulebook. Don't know why. But second of all, did you see the munitions on the left? Did you see the proton torpedoes and plasma torps?
Yes.
They are formatted differently, and I like them. They are clean looking. It's much better than having like the whole awkward kind of like. The only thing I don't like is that charges. They're kind of wonky because you tuck that card underneath other things, so you don't know exactly how many charges. I mean, you have the charge tokens, but like, I like that setup. It looks really like real slick.
Yeah, I do too. I think these are really cool. I like the damage deck. It looks like those are bigger damage decks too, right?
Yeah. I mean, comparatively to like the other cards that look
tiny
like
ones
the
that
side
we
of-
used to get. Yeah.
Yeah, they,
like
they look like the ones that you could purchase, like the the factions ones. So looks like I'm gonna have to get this pack anyway. Now I will say that, and we'll touch a little bit more once we go over the cards here in a second. But I think that I'm gonna end up getting each one of these starter packs and just grabbing the standard loadout cards, and I'll actually fill these up with a bunch of extra cards that you won't get in this pack, and I'll probably give them out just so we could get like new players to come in and have a bunch of good cards right off the bat, and just get the game in there, because I feel that we can always use more extra people. So
Yeah, and you know what you guys could do? You could talk with Corey a little bit. We actually built some stuff, and like we started a list channel in our local Discord for new players. So I don't know, maybe we should have had that as a segment, and the 2 of you can work with Corey, and like we could come up with a segment to talk about introducing new players. Now that we have these starter kits coming out, I think that'd be beneficial. And Cold Brutus in the chat said that he's going to buy one of these starter kits just so they have something on hand for new players to play. I think that's pretty good. You don't get a defender. Just tell you right now, there's no defender in there. But I don't know. Other than that, I would like a defender in there, but I understand why they don't need to put they already have one of those defender packs. They don't need another one. Trust me, we don't need another one of those. I don't know. So far, I think this is really cool. So here's the standard cards, the ones that we normally have. They're all in French. But JJ, I don't think they changed anything on here, right? These are all the same.
Yeah.
I can't read French, but
Well, they didn't change anything like abilities wise, but they changed Valen Ruder's art because they use that for Backstabber.
okay.
So it's
All
a
right.
cooler art. I love that art. It looks sick, but I don't know why they took Backstabber, like his art, and used it for Backstabber, and then they're just like, whoops. Get confusing.
So those are the standard ones. We're going to move on to the standard loadout cards, which I broke into 2 pictures so I could blow them up. because
Yeah.
the pictures JJ posted were absolute trash. I don't know where he got them from, but they're absolute trash.
All right, so starting with Tomic's friend here, Tomix here is equipped with a new ability which we previously covered here. Essentially, whenever he takes a reload action, he can he recovers a one of the charges on his equipped cards, which in this case I believe is the elusive charge that he has on there.
Yeah, it's only for talent slot cards.
Yeah, for his talent slot. Yeah. So he comes equipped with elusive, barrage rockets, and proximity mines right off the bat, which is great.
That's great. That's amazing.
Yeah. And it gets even better when you look at Tomic's, or rather at Captain Jonas's loadout here. So he comes equipped with Feedback Ping, which is originally a card that we saw come out with the First Order bombers. He comes equipped with Plasma Torpedoes and Proton Bombs. So that Feedback Ping, if you're not familiar with it, essentially whenever an enemy ship goes 0 to 1 to a device, his ship would get a target lock on that ship. So if you happen to get Tomax in a good position to drop a proximity mine in somebody, boom, you get that target lock on for Captain Jonas there to acquire, and then he can shoot plasma torps at you, which is really great.
It is worth noting too that it is regardless of range restrictions, you get that lock.
Yep,
it's like Dutch rules, not like synchronized console rules.
Yeah, exactly. All right. And then going on to Darth Vader here. Now this is the Darth Vader that has the custom Darth Vader's ability, which you can spend a force to take an action after you perform an action. He comes equipped with hate, ion missiles, and afterburners for that there, and he does come with 3 shields instead of 2 shields.
It's got the extra one.
All right, so hold on a second. So I want us to no longer ever say afterburners ever again. It is always post-combustion. That's all I care. I'm sorry. Like that. Like I don't know a lot of French, but that word there is fucking amazing.
So is Dark Vader.
Yeah.
Like, all the other ones are like roughly like Tomax brand. It's just Tomax brand, right? But there's Dark Vader. Vador.
I am your Vador.
It's dark. I love it.
I'm just trying to see how you say post combustion in French. Post combustion.
Yeah, probably
like where's our French Canadians here? There's got to be some French Canadians. Is Cam French Canadian?
No.
Is he? No. Damn it.
I like how the mines are mine and then description of mine, and the bombs are bomb description of bomb.
Yeah. Now
don't even try.
Here's the best part about that Vader, and this is going to be hilarious if they give this at 6 points. You got a fucking ion missile. What are you going to use ion missiles for on Vader? Oh, I could throw 3 red dice at you, and you could take 2 ions and a damage, or I could throw 3 red dice at you and give you a hit and like 2 hits and a crit. I don't know which is better, but I'm pretty sure it's the 2 hits and the crit.
I mean, it's a weird place because he does have the extra shield, right? And he's got the original customizable ability. So I wonder if AMG is going to make any of these starter kit ones legal in general. But also
100%.
They could just be like no starter kit ones. Who knows?
Nope. They won't.
But also, how
expensive
that Vader's going to be, right? Because then people are just not going to shoot the ion missiles. So it still has afterburners, post-combustions.
Post-combustions. Come on, baby. Come on, say it. Post-combustions.
Post-combustion.
I think you're right. The question becomes, is this going to come in at 6 points? The rumor is Vader's going up to 7. The boy Vader is. Because, I mean, changing a blink to a hit for a force token when you have hate is pretty good. I don't know what to tell you. I mean, somebody made that mistake. Yeah, you spend it on defense.
Yeah, all X1s at 7 seem fair, right? It makes you make a choice on what you want, and then Defender Vader is going to go back to 10. So yeah,
no, that's not that 100% won't happen.
You're right. He hasn't won any championship. You're right.
They also changed the format for munitions on these standardized cards, and they look much better and not poorly photoshopped.
Yes.
Like just take the symbol and whatnot and shove it in there somewhere. They're kind
So-
of close now. I mean, mine.
Yeah, so it's odd that we're getting ion missiles on Vader. I will tell you, if you give me this Vader at 6 points, though, I'm still gonna fly him. I don't care. Like, whatever. I mean, you think about the Shilger upgrade is 8, post combustion is 10 points. That's 18 loadout points plus 4. That's what 18 and 4 is 22. Plus ion missiles is 26. That's a 26 point Vader right there. I don't know.
The last one on this page that we just totally ignored, Merrick. He's got a elusive outmaneuver and post combustions as well.
Yeah. Imagine if Merrick Steele comes in at 4 points.
I mean, he doesn't have marksmanship, which is incredibly sad, but an outmaneuver, Merrick doesn't. Oh,
Yeah,
ouch. That hurts.
It's not terrible, but it's
still an I-5 though. It's still an I-5, and it still has post.
I wasn't saying it was bad. I was saying that hurts. I don't want that. I don't want that at 4. No.
I think that should come in at 4. I would be very happy to have that at 4 points.
Yeah.
I don't like afterburners and outmaneuver combo, just as a personal thing.
I do.
It's rough to play against.
All right. The last 3 are Valen, Iden, and Night Beast. And they didn't change anything on here, right? I don't think I see anything.
Yeah, all their like whole values are all the same. They're all 3. Same thing with attack and evades. Iden comes in with a disciplined and elusive, Valen with discipline and precision ion engines, and Night Beast with disciplined and predator to round off that those ties.
Valen Ruder with disciplined and his own ability.
Yeah, I know. Let's so
do all 3 of my actions.
So the question is, you could perform the target lock action without the target lock ability.
True.
Yeah, they didn't add it. Yeah, they didn't add it to it. So it's like, all right, well, I guess at least that's the only you get it. Not that you need the target lock, but I mean, I don't know.
Hey, Boy Wampa has a target lock on his action bar. People didn't realize that, but he does. And
That's got to be a mistake.
Nope.
No, but that you think AMG gave that to him on purpose?
Yeah, why not? They give it random things to random people.
I mean,
I think it's an oversight.
It essentially saves them from having to put in targeting computer upgrade on the card just by adding the action on it. Honestly,
fair enough, I guess.
I mean, they added the evade action to Han, Boy Han 2. And that normally just comes with the title. So instead of just adding that one line in the title, just put it on his bar, I guess.
The last picture that I have, sorry, I apologize. The last picture I have, and then I want to talk about points for the rest of the episode, is, sorry, Pride of Mandalore, we'll come back to you next week. So we have the round counter, right? And I'll say that looks pretty cool. For a round counter, that's a pretty cool counter. It would have been cooler if it was kind of like a dual one where you could do rounds and points on it. But I understand why they did that. And actually, did they include point counters?
They have the victory chips.
Yeah, just the victory chips. Yeah,
I don't see them.
They're right in the middle of like the rule book.
They're in the rule book. I just don't see them in the kit. Maybe they're on the back part of that cardboard.
Yeah, I'm sure they are. I don't know. Stan Ziski uses those. I never liked them because I just don't look over there and have to count tally marks.
I used them when they first came out, and I have acrylic ones I bought. I haven't used them since then. I use them for Aces High sometimes.
That makes sense.
But mostly we use dice for Aces High, which I won the other day, by the way. Again, not this time. We did a different version of it. We'll have to talk about that sometime too, because that was
also
fun. Completely different version last week.
Missed opportunity to make the round counter like the Death Star. You know, the one giant circular thing you have that's very noticeable.
Oh, that's fair. That is fair.
That would have been real cool.
I agree with you. I would like that actually better. So
they can even have different variations. They can have like the second Death Star where it's like just black on parts of it. You know, that would have been cool. maybe confusing. I don't know.
Yeah.
I could make
Nah.
a BB-8 if they do a resistance one. That'd be
Yeah.
cool.
Oh my God. How about this? Is it worth spending the $70 on a kit just to get that round counter for each of the different factions? I think the answer is yes. I think that answer
See, this is why I said I'm gonna end up having to buy all of these because I want all these little pieces on here, man. I'm telling you.
I'm
Jeez.
sorry. You're right. If you gave, I like the BB-8 over the Death Star. If you give me a BB-8 counter, oh my God, like
Heck yeah.
BB-8 is
They
one of
should-
my favorite droids.
Someone should make a BB-8 counter where the head does the rounds, and then the bottom part does your score. That'd be great.
Oh, that would be fantastic.
$1 million
Great
idea
3D
right
print.
there. Sorry, I gave that
Heck
away.
yeah.
Copyright Alex Merrill, 2023.
Yeah, I could just delete that out of the podcast and nobody will know.
True.
Boom! Stole an idea. All right, we got like 15 minutes left in the episode, and I do want to cover Mandalorian episode 8 after this. So we are going to
Yes.
do that tonight. We are going to do that tonight. That's
Yes.
I made a graphic for it. I had it up earlier on accident. I made a graphic. We're going to do that because I have a lot to talk about after this. But to begin with, or to end the show out, I wanted to talk about points because the rumor is we're getting points next week. And I will heavily be relying on JJ and Alex to analyze those points and put a document together for me for the next week. Because if we get points, we're not going to list build. We're going to only talk about points because the rumor is it could be possibly a big shakeup that we've never seen before outside of when we went to 2.5. If that's the case, I felt tonight was an avid time or an accurate time that we could talk a little bit about our feelings, our thoughts on where the points could go for this next, we'll call it the next season, right? Because that's kind of what we're moving into is a new season of X-Wing. And I hope we get a big points change personally on my side. And I say that a little selfishly for the pure fact that I want Store Champ season to be insane. I want a reason to go to every one of the stores to try to win. I want to be able to lose a few of them and run some insanely crazy lists. It'd be nice to get one win and then I could just play whatever the hell I want to play for the rest of the time. Like factions I never play, like Rebels.
Double Rebel Gauntlet.
Yeah. I would love to play the Rebel Gauntlet. I'd love to play the Gauntlet, period. So give me AMG. Give me a 6-point gauntlet, please. 6-point gauntlet.
No.
Yes.
Never gonna happen.
Yes. Give it to me. We're getting a 6-point callus, I heard.
So for points, you want to do this like by faction and kind of like go over like our thoughts for particular pilots or chassis.
I don't want to go that let's just give highlights. Like just kind of our thoughts on highlights. Like I don't think we need to get super in depth, JJ. Like I mean that would be a pretty in-depth segment. I don't want to spend another hour going over points because we're just going to do the same thing next week. Like I think really the big things are, what do you think some of the big things, we could do it by faction if you would like, and that's fine. What should be the big changes in the faction? What are some of maybe a surprise thing that could come up later? Something that would surprise us. And maybe you should take notes and we could compare them. I don't know. I like betting things, but I don't know if we should bet things for this one. But I want to bet things. I need to win my cards back.
You're getting free cards anyways.
I should really mail those cards too. I really need to get my ass off my ass and mail all of our Patreon stuff too.
I officially mailed Alex his Kylo Ren card that he won. So
I did. I received it.
Yes.
U.S. Post Office bent it about solid 60 degrees, but I'm flattening it out.
Are you serious?
No, it's fine. Again, I'm flattening it out.
Yeah.
So it's not crazy. Big problem.
Anyway, so let's go through each of the different factions and then let's just give kind of highlights. JJ will take some notes. You're my note taker. I'm dedicating you my secretary because you're wearing a Giants hat. That's why.
Okay. Cool.
If you're wearing a lion's head, you probably just lose that too.
Nah. If he was wearing a lion's hat, I'd make you do it because you don't like sports ball.
So let's go with points increases, right? What we should think should go up in points. On the Rebel side, I don't really think.
Let's start with the obvious factions first.
Okay,
Like
sure.
the one. Let's start with the Empire. I want to go with Empire's Empire. I know FO's probably the top one everybody talk about, but I feel Empire is the easiest one to just knock out and get out of the way, and then we can go with FO after that.
Boy Vader obviously is the biggest one that definitely deserves to go up to 7 points to make it easy. So that was not an on include. I do understand the popularity of Boy Vader because at 6 points it allows you to bring in other named pilots in a 5-ship list at best, and it makes it very, very potent for that particular point range. At 7 points, kind of breaks up that effectiveness of the 4-ship list, and it forces you to either go to some generic TIE fighters at 2 points or make decisions for what pilots you want on your list there for you. So easy, Boy Vader, 7 points.
All right, I would agree with that. I think I think Iden needs to go up, or we need to see TIE fighters go up, and I'd rather just see Iden go up a point. You give her more loadout. I think Gideon should go up too, but I don't think they're going to do that. So I really don't.
I'd prefer Gideon going up over Iden going up, honestly. Even though I want Iden to go up, I just having zero repercussions, like zero ability to do anything to mod your dice, like rerolls, or spend anything for your defensive dice, kind of sucks.
Yeah, so that's fair. And I found out reinforced, by the way, doesn't work. Fucking Moff Gideon.
Can't modify it.
Yeah, I hate it. I hate it. I've learned that at Worlds the hard way, by the way. I won that game, but that was probably because I was pissed as fuck when I learned that I reinforced the Django. And then it was like, surprise, you can't use it. Judge! And then the judge comes over to their D's like, yeah, that's the way it worked.
Reinforce also doesn't work on Dead to Rights for the same reason.
That one I knew. I guess I should have known the other one, but that one I knew didn't work, but the other I did not know. So yeah. Not many people were running Dead to Rights ship against. I didn't play any Separatists, so I agree with you. I guess I'd rather see Moth go up over Iden if we have to make a choice, but just putting them both at 4 just seems fair.
Like putting them both back at 4.
Yeah. And I don't care. Give them a little bit more loadout for both of them, and that's fine. Like, you give them an extra shield upgrade, like room to have a shield upgrade. I that's fine with me. You could give Gideon like 12 to 14 points and make them worth 4 points and call it a day. I don't care. Yeah, strain is way too low of a cost to pay in Gideon. I agree with you actually. Especially because you could give the strain to a ship that's outmaneuvered. So here's Vader outmaneuvering your ship, not taking a shot and just getting strain. Who cares? Yeah, I agree. The Gideon build could have been a little bit better, but other than that, in Empire, things I think should go down. I would like to see. This is going to be really controversial. I would like to see Soontir Fel, Volt Scarus, and Second Sister go down in price. Like that's what I would like to see.
The Interceptor?
Yes.
He's already at a 4.
No, he's not. He's at 5, I thought.
He's at a 4.
Really?
Yes. That's what I said earlier. He's at a 4 and still people don't play with
double
him.
his loadout points in. No, so I don't want to see him go down to 3. No, don't give me a 3-point intercept. That's a mistake. We know.
Holy crap, you're right. Jeez.
I know.
What?
We know that's a mistake. So just double his loadout, so 5, whatever. I want to see Soontir Fel come down to 5 points. And I don't want him to lose a lot of loadout either.
So hang on. So Soontir to 5, who was your other pilots that you wanted?
Well, I wanted Volt to 4, but he's already at 4.
Yeah.
So just double his loadout. But whatever, just ignore Volt for now. And I want to see Second Sister come down to 4 points, but lose a lot of loadout. So she can't take Juke.
Or lose a talent slot.
That's fine.
That's still evade and double force. Still
I want
that.
Give it to me.
I know
Give it to me.
Have it.
Give it to me.
for me, I want to see more. I would like to see at least one, like one interceptor be at 3 points. At least I want to see one,
Yeah, give them one
and
to
just
six.
eliminate. Yeah, and eliminate the mod slot and talent slot. Just base ability. Basically, make it the Derek Clivian of tie interceptors. And beyond that, I want to see what the. I'm going to include the tie bombers on this because they're coming in here. I want to see a 3 point tie bomber as well, because I think that's their. It's basically the same as a hyena bomber, essentially. I think that we can see at least a few tie bombers at 3 points, and I think that would be fair.
You're playing with fire, baby. That's what you're doing.
Yeah, baby, I'm doing it.
Oh my! You're gonna be the
You know they're gonna do
Resistance
it.
Y-Wing meta all over again. Yeah. Oh, Vader goes up to 1 point or goes up 1 point, but don't worry, folks. We're gonna give you 3-point bombers with prox mines, feedback ping. It's all yours.
They'll probably be the standard loadout ones, and you know it.
One ship I would like to see go up would be Faroff, just by 1 point. Maybe a couple points in loadout, whatever. Give her whatever.
Make Faroff what, a 5-point ship?
Yeah, some more loadout. That seems reasonable.
Yeah, leave Vizier as the only 4-point, or maybe the generics and Vizier, and force you to take Vizier only. So Vizier, I don't know. Vizier's pretty dirty too, but
I mean, just
whatever.
make his loadout 11 so he can't take Palp. There you go.
There you go. I like that too.
Yeah.
But I would like that. Rampage, I think it should be 4 points because Rampage is super cool. The tie heavy.
Yeah.
That you go fast to strain people. I think that's funny to me.
Yeah.
I don't think it's particularly good, but Gar Saxon maybe can be 7 points. But
yes, absolutely agree. Gar Saxon at 7 points will make him a much more viable ship.
Yeah, now that Sloane's banned, you can have Gar Saxon do some things. But yeah, mostly just like the aforementioned, like please bump up Gideon. I guess Duchess could probably come down to 4 too. Maybe cut the load up pretty hard.
No. Stop before you go too far. We don't.
Oh, Duchess. Just make it so she can't take like a force crew. You're fine.
All right.
Things still 4 health.
Let's go on to Separatists because I think Separatists needs some changes as well. Django Fett,
I don't. I think they all need to stay the same.
I think Django Fett needs some loadout cutoff and maybe lose one of the illicit slots.
Okay, I'll agree with the illicit slot loss. That's fine.
Oh, I like the double illicits. I think that's actually super cool.
It is, but nobody else gets it. So.
Like that's the one thing I really like about Django. It's got 2 illicits. That's cool. It's a bunch of interesting combinations.
See, so the whole purpose of it, right, is not to nerf Django. It's basically to make other pilots more viable. And if you're looking at the hyper efficiency of Django Fett,
Django should just not have 27 points of loadout.
How about this? How about we give Django? Let's give Django 18 points of loadout, and let's.
I would actually give him 20.
Nope, 18. And let's bring Zam. Let's bring her down to 8 points and give her 25 points of loadout. There you go.
Does she doesn't have the double illicits either, right?
No, she could keep the single illicit. Let's not let's let Django be the only double illicit fire spray. Let's bring Sam. Give me Zam with 25 loadout down to 8 points. Keep Django at 8 points and drop his loadout. You can keep. I'll tell you what. Let Django keep the other illicit slot. Let's just drop the loadout down some. Instead of 27, let's go 18 to 20. 18 is probably more fair, in fairness, because now you're going to be forced between choosing bombs, force crew. Like a force crew's 10 points right there.
Yeah,
that leaves you with 8 points. You could run 2 illicits at 16 and have 2 points for treacherous, and we've got it. That's my build. Give me that. Give me the double illicit and a force crew and treacherous. I would 100% run that.
Yeah. I'm a little bit iffy about 8 point Zam with also Notorious and a force crew. That's my only concern there because it's just going to replace Django.
You see, that's why I think Zan would be fair more at 18 points, right? Also make her have that decision. The only reason I would give Django more points and just by a little bit more is just because he is an I6. He is more experienced than Zam and flying the fire spray. So
Are you sure?
thematically, that would make more sense. Yeah,
Maybe
absolutely.
I don't know about that. I don't think you know enough about lore to say Zam is inexperienced.
No, I'm saying Django's more experienced. I'm not calling it inexperienced. I'm just saying that Django's
mhm.
has more experience.
That was my
I
hot
defer to
take.
you guys.
The other thing I think they need to do is I think you need to double Dirge's loadout and move him up to 5 points. I think we just have to move Dirge to an I5 at 4 points is dirty. It's bad. And we all complained about only having 10 points of loadout, and look at us running look at us running Dirge at 4 points of loadout.
Yeah.
Yep.
I want as much as I'm afraid of them coming back in force. I do want some love to be given to the to Sunfac and the I4 pilot Chertek. I think they need a point reduction each, just so they can make more of an appearance.
Oh, I will
Chertek's
go
5.
back to Separatists if they start making the Namtex better again. Oh my god.
Yeah.
Hey, what if I
Let's
told
not
you
have fun.
Sunfac could be 5 points?
Yeah, I'm all for
Hey,
it.
yeah. If Sunfac, Dirge, Grievous, and a couple of Tri-Fighters, yeah. That's pretty dirty.
I'm not sure if this is going to be a controversial take. I think Grievous is actually fine where he's at.
To me, it's not.
I agree.
Maybe, you know what? Drop his loadout to 11 or
Ooh.
make Impervium Plating 2 points or 3 points. Or how about
Impervium
Impervium
1.
Plating could be 1 point if you want it to be. But make Impervium Plating cost something and you ruin Outmaneuver Grievous and how about this? Outmaneuver Grievous is fair anyway because you want to know the secret that nobody else does. Just go kill Grievous. Just like we all say don't bother, but you could focus fire on Grievous because
I
of the
do it
way
all the
people
time.
fly him.
Which is why I'm fine with it.
Yeah.
And if you get
he
rid-
doesn't like HLCs. He doesn't
I'd be
like.
fine with Impervious at 1 point. That seems fair to me.
Yeah. Then you make the choice. Do you want outmaneuver or that? Right?
Yeah, I mean,
I probably
still
taking
take
debris gambit.
You still
is what I'm
take.
probably taking.
Ooh, I still
I
take
like it.
Outmaneuver.
Nah.
But I actually know how to play him, so I'm not actually getting shot at much. I don't take the crits. Right? Cough.
Yeah. I don't know. I agree with you. I don't think Grievous should move, but they're probably going to stop us from playing him. I don't know. I have a standard loadout card of Grievous that somebody gave me at Worlds, and I have no interest in stopping playing Grievous ever in my life. So
Now, that being said, I do want Wat Tambor and the other Bell that escapes my
Captain
name.
Seer.
Yeah, Seer to get a little more loadout points so that way they can be viable tech droid carriers again and kind of like make people want to play more droids versus just more of the higher initiative aces for CIS.
Keep Seer at the standard at the same loadout value and make them 4 points.
No, Seer is not okay. Seer is not fine, guys. No, you're
the only person
wrong.
running them is Isophane. I beat Isophane, so
yeah, and I lost to him.
Well, sucks to be you. I didn't.
No, if you make Impervium at 1 point, you still have Captain Seer with K2B4 and shield upgrade. That seems fine. He doesn't need to be 4 points.
Make him 4 points.
No,
that's my hot take.
No.
There you go. Actually, how about this? My hot take is give me 3-point Tri-Fighters. That's what I want. Give me 3-point Tri-Fighters. Give them to me.
Yeah, I'm okay with 1 or 2 of them being 3 points because some of them are just
give me
abilities.
all the fearsomes and all the phallics, all my standard loadout ones at 3 points.
Flax are not going to fly a 3. Fearsomes,
you're not even taking notes anymore.
I do that.
Put that in there. I want those at 3 points.
Yeah, I got distracted. Sorry.
JG doesn't want to record it because he doesn't want to have to give me shit when I'm right.
I don't think you guys remember how terrible. Sorry, I'm still stuck on this. I don't think you guys remember how terrible going against Seer Swarms were.
Oh, I remember. I flew Seer Swarm. So
did you ever play against one?
Yes, I played mirror matches.
It's not fun.
And I think it was, but 4 rounds. Come on, Alex. 4-round games, even back then in 2.0. All right. Anything else in CFIS before or CIS before we move on?
The HMPs,
No.
100%. HMPs, no, they need to go down.
Yeah, give me
me
a
a
couple
playable one.
HMPs. Give me one HMP that has high loadout so I can run an attack carrier. Don't
Yeah.
give me Geonosians at 4 points to run attack carriers. I don't want that. Give me a Geonosians at 4 points and kill the attack carrier slot. So I just run like a shield upgrade and sync laser cannons, or I don't know, sync laser cannons and like a couple of BS things. Get rid of my attack carrier slot on those.
Yeah.
And give me fucking you missed the Sunfac at 5, and give me an HMP that has like 25 loadout at 4 points that has tack carrier on it. Oh, give me Magna Guards at 4 points. Fuck it, give me 4-point Magna
yeah.
Guards. That's
Yeah,
what
I
I want.
agree with you there.
That's what I want more than anything. I want more than even like tri fighters at 3 points. I really want some. I want to play tries again, but I want a cheap HMP and cheap Magna Guards, because you give me 4-point Magna Guards, I could run 2 of them and an HMP with the attack carrier for 12 points, and I can run 4 fucking droids.
Yeah, you get wow. Yeah, you get a good amount of vultures in there. Yeah, that's really good.
Do it.
Oh, Sunfuck. I'm gonna go back to Sun. I love Sunfuck.
Yeah, give me Sunfuck at 5 points right now. I'm okay with that too. All right, let's get out of CFIS before
first order.
I could spend the whole time in here.
You keep on mentioning the Confederacy, and I'm laughing my ass off.
So, well, they're doing really well. They're doing really well right now.
Yeah,
we
they
are.
They are.
So you are not, JJ.
No, I'm not.
Yeah, you're fucking tanking our team. Anyway, FO, very simple. Let's make Scorch and Malorus go up to 4 points. Give me a couple of other FOs with missile slots. Add missile slots to a few other FOs that have lesser abilities and leave them at 3 points. But give them missile slots and some loadout. And let's get rid of Malorus and let's get rid of Scorch. I want DT to stay. Do not change DT. That is stupid. It takes a strain. It's an I4. Let it have its strain and let's shoot it. And can you imagine Notorious? Anyway.
Yeah. I would want some of the BA interceptors to go down. I think Ember is definitely a good candidate for 4 points. And let's bring back
Ember is 4 points.
Ember is 4
points. Yeah.
Oh, sorry. I meant Hollow. I was thinking the I5. Sorry.
What are you talking
Hollow,
about?
Man, Hollow at 4.
Yeah. All right.
Hollow 4 points. And Von Reg at 5 points. I think that they're good enough for them to come back. They're still very fragile. They can die easily with a good with a blank out, basically. And they basically have the same health as a TIE FO fighter. They're essentially just not carrying any cannons or munitions like the TIE FO fighters already have on there, but it just gives them different options to fly in first order, other than just the TIE FO swarms that we've been seeing as of late.
I do not want Hollow at 4 points because Hollow is super, super good. And at 4 points, that's disgusting. You just give your point ship like a focus or an evade or whatever. Or do like the pattern analyzer or Proud Tradition, pass off the stress so you never get a downside for Proud Tradition. Hollow's my boy, but I Von Reg, sure, go down to 5. Hollow, no, I don't want Hollow down to 4.
Okay.
I'm also
How about this? Give me Kylo Silencer at 6.
Christ, no.
Come on, what? Come on.
Blackout maybe can be like
5 points.
5 with like 4 points of loadout or whatever, but like.
So I would agree with Silo coming down to 6 points, but he's got to lose some loadout in that case as well, because he's coming in with just 2 force. He's not going to have the 3 force like the Whisper Kylo has over there, but his ability to carry those proton torpedoes gives him a bit more of a punch than
Maybe
remove
remove the
Kylo,
torps. not, but no.
I'm okay with Optics Kylo, honestly. It's very consistent. Yeah.
No, that ship is so good. People just don't fly
You're
silencers well.
you're just gonna be sad because it just gives Corey's list more umph. You're just saying Corey doesn't have to change lists.
I'm sorry. Could you
Cody.
Could you just think about having Kylo and Hollow on your list for 10 points? So Kylo just gets an evade every round because you're shooting him. Yeah, no, that's not okay. Then you put in 3 TIE fighters.
Okay, fair point.
Gallic and like Scorch or whatever, that's not fun.
Well, I mean, you could do that now with Hollow and Whisper Kylo.
Yeah, but Whisper Kylo is a lot different than Silencer Kylo. It's a lot less tanky.
All right, let's just change his slots up. That's fine. We'll change the slots up. Maybe change some of the loadout points up a little bit. I want Kylo Silencer to come down so he sees play more often.
Remove the Torp slot from them if he's going to come down then.
Yeah.
Fine. I'm okay with that. And I want Blackout to come down to 5 points. JJ's not taking notes again.
Yes.
JJ, you know what, JJ, you don't take notes. You just have to go back and listen to this and take all our notes later. Because you've missed so many of our discussions.
I think he's just doing yours, right? That's what it looks like.
Yeah.
I'm in a minority opinion. I know you hate me for this. I think Malorus is fine where Malorus is.
No,
I don't care that it's in 98% of all FO lists. I don't see the problem with Malorus too much, honestly. Every time I play against Malorus, that ship dies in like 2 rounds.
Nope. I think it should change only so that we get new things. That's all.
Sure, I guess.
All right, so going on to Republic. What do you guys think should change in Republic?
Wait, hold on. What about Quick Draw? Sorry, right before we leave.
I think Quick Draw is fine where he's at right now.
No one plays Quick Draw. No one plays Quick Draw at all.
Yes, they do. It was played quite a bit, and Kyber and all these other things.
0 appeared in Worlds.
So you change some of this other stuff up, and it'll appear.
Okay.
I don't think you need to. You got to be very careful moving Quick Draw around.
That's 5-point Quick Draw is not really.
And what are you gonna do? Put her at 4, and then give her the same loadout?
Well, she's 6 points right now. So you'd be dropping her to 5 and, I don't know, moving her, take off the mod slot so you don't get shield upgrade.
Quick Draw, Hollow, Silo.
Yeah, see, this is why I don't want Silo or Silo or Hollow to go down.
Golly.
Anyways, Republic.
For Republic, let's definitely up those ARC 170s back up to 5 points, please, because they pretty much are the definitive ships in every list right now for Republic. They have to be 5 points there, especially with Born for this. It's just so good, honestly. It's just really, really good. I'm okay with Contro being the cost that it is right now. I'm okay with Click. Kickback, yeah, they need a torrent to stay at 3 points, so I'm okay with that particularly.
No. Kickback.
Why?
Is the no?
Why?
Standard loadout kickback needs to go to 4. You want to give us torrents? Like, fine, make Slammer 3 points and give them loadout. But stop. No, you don't. Kickback is got missiles. Has the evade that works with all these other things. Kickback is the ship that you have to kill. You have to kill Kickback. In that list, Kickback is the one that has to go because Kickback keeps all these other ships alive, period. Kickback has to go. Get rid of Kickback.
So what if you switch Axe with Kickback?
Sure. If I get that, for now, I will tentatively say give me a 3-point Axe, and that's fine. I've never played Axe. I don't know how
you still get the evade because it's SOC, but like you don't get the like barrel roll link evade kind of. You don't get like the barrel roll link lock for the diamond borons and all that kind of stuff. It comes with barrage rockets, so like if you do take the evade action, you don't get to shoot barrage rockets, kind of thing.
Here's a
Just like they
controversial
have a
one.
3-point torrent.
The Z95 Hawk, 2 points.
No.
Choose
What-
another
what is
Z95.
wrong? What is wrong with you? Why?
Okay, I just want to make sure I'm correct here. Hawk is the one that is the regen, or rather the come back to life one, right? Or it gets to shoot before it dies.
No,
right?
no, that's Warthog.
Sorry,
Hawk is
that's
the one
that
that boosts other people and barrel
bad.
rolls other people,
That's my
which is
mistake
why
then.
that's a problem.
I chose the wrong one. So it is Warthog that I was speaking about, not Hawk. Sorry, my bad. Sorry. Yeah, the main reason I'm picking on Warhawk particularly is that yes, the ability works on itself, right? And any generics, but generics right now are just not viable in the Republic right now. You don't see any generics going on right there, and the Republic could use a 2-point ship. You reduce all the loadout that it has on there, so that way it comes in with very minimal stuff. I definitely would not give it any missiles, but at least it's an option for the Republic there, just for that particular Z95.
No, give him like.
Hey, he can have dedicated. That's fine. I'm okay with dedicated.
Oh,
I ran Clone Z95 Warthog because I procced people all day and I've seen council and dedicated. Give him like the one that's garbage, the one that like will never get drift. Yeah, give him drift.
There you go. Yep,
for 2
Drift?
points.
Okay.
do not give them Warhawk. What is? Oh my
I
god.
love Warthog.
JJ's like, oh, let's give Republic more toys that they can use. To murder
We're
me
taking
with.
out the Arc 170s and kickback. Like, we got to give them something.
No, you don't. They were viable with Hawk and Contrail and Obi and Anakin. Very viable fucking list, JJ.
It's a viable list for like 4 people who are really
No,
good at the game.
I disagree with you on that one.
With the Warthog.
I couldn't even do well with that list.
You don't need 2-point Warthog. Stop it.
2-point drift.
Stop it.
Drift
Fine.
is hot garbage anyways.
Give me a 2-point drift with 4 loadout, and I'm okay with that. I don't know. We're gonna go back to the
Drift has 5 points loadout right now. If that makes you feel any better.
All right, fine.
So
But
bad.
Okay, so next up here, the gauntlets and their support chips there. Do you think that they should be at the same price point? Do you think that we need a point reduction for like Bo-Katan in the gauntlet, or maybe a little more loadout value for their support chip bag? Yeah.
I don't care at all about Republic gauntlets. I think she's fine at 7 points and 20 loadout. No one will ever play her. I don't think she's playable, which we've already spoken about. But
yeah,
what they should do is give the arcs, or at least 1 or 2 of them, like a crew slot again, so you can actually play any of your Republic crew. That'd be fun.
No. How about this?
Why?
Give me a 6-point Bo-Katan, and let's make every lat ship 6 points. Every one of them. Let me run a gauntlet instead of a lat. And keep the 20 points. I don't care.
I think you just have an incredible hatred for the Republic as a faction in general.
No, I do not. I don't. Okay. I have an issue. I have an issue with Born for this, flat out. Period. Hands down. Born for this is bullshit and should just be taken out of the game. Just gone. If you do that, I have a little bit less of a hatred for some of that. But the lat, just like, I like the lat, but it's just like, oh, we're gonna give these lats to give all these fucking rerolls to these Jedis. It's stupid. It's a stupid.
You dedicate a quarter of your entire list for a ship that doesn't even shoot.
It does. They have ships, and you know what? If they changed the lat so it was different, maybe they had 2 charges that reoccurred every 2 turns. So it took 2 charges to do the thing it does, and you got 1 back a turn, so it was every other turn. I wouldn't care. What I want to see is attack lats. That's what I want to see. I want to see an attack lat that actually could be a support ship and an attack. Give me Hawk with bullshit, no rerolls. Give me this config that gets rid of rerolls, so it does not get it. You can get it at 5 points with 15 loadout. And I really, how about this? Let's just ban 7 Fleet Gunner and move on with our life. I'm done with that. That if you just ban that upgrade, we ban that upgrade. We make an attack lat so that I can have a lat that doesn't get rerolls, that can run barrage rockets and Yoda. Sign me up right there. Sign me up. 100%. I want to be able to run Yoda on a lat and be able to do all this stuff to give all my Jedis extra force without all these bullshit rerolls. The lat creates a unfair consistency piece in Republic, and then when you combine that or with the Born for this and you have these two pieces, the consistency of Republic is too much compared to other factions outside of Empire with Vader. So I will always say Boy Vader was the biggest mistake they ever made, period. But outside of that, it's just, there's just too much consistency. And I know you like it, and I know a lot of people like that, but to me, that's how you have to change X-Wing, is to get rid of some of this consistency, because that consistency pushes out factions like Scum and Republic right now, or Rebels right now, because of that.
But Rebels also have all this consistency. They just have to share all their tokens. They're just priced reasonably by a lot of things. But also, like, the Republic is mostly, not the Republic, the Resistance is mostly just everyone has their own internal modifications themselves. I mean, it's not inherent to just the Republic. Like, you even get network calculations, you know, and all that kind of stuff.
They're so useful on 2 green dice, low initiative ships that die.
Hey, like 80% of the ships in the Republic have 2 dice to attack with. Like, it's, if you take out 7 Fleet Gunner,
they have 3 green dice. I'm just saying, when we talk about if they have 2 green dice and 2 red dice, sure.
Yeah, and the droids are half the price.
I'm saying, give me a lat that does more than just sit here and go. I love Sicko. You know what I love more about Sicko? If I didn't get the bullshit rerolls and could run him as an attack lat, oh my god, I would love that. That would be like my favorite thing ever.
I mean, you can just put barrage rockets on him.
You can, but and then he gets the rerolls, and it's stupid. It's stupid. It's just dumb. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
It's dumb. The
I
reroll
definitely
thing
agree
is
with
dumb.
I definitely agree with you that there should be an alternate config for the lats, specifically like when you look at some of the stuff. I know that it's not canon, but when you look at like the old 3 Clone Wars with like the ARC 170, the ARC Trooper lats that goes into like save Ki-Mundi and the Jedi from the first appearance of Grievous, that is an attack lat. You know, that's a lat that could drop bombs, go in and fend off against a small battalion of B2s there with its guns, with its missiles, and its bombs on there. It's not there really to support with any rerolls. It's there to be an attack ship like that. And I think that is an interesting design space that could be explored for like a medium base attacker other than the ARC 170s for the Republic.
I know. I'm the unpopular anti-Republic, though I own a lot of Republic, so if they help Republic too much, I'm just going to switch to Burning Republic. See,
and I switched off Republic to have much more consistency in my lists with the Resistance.
Look how well Republic has done, though. So, like, I know it didn't work. Like, I think it worked well for you personally, other than when you had to get one shotted by Obi-Wan. You're never going to live that down. Time. And you and I have never played again since. You need to move to Grand Rapids. That's what you need to do.
Oh, you're not the first person to just one shot my Obi-Wan. It happens like every 7 or 8 games. That's why I bring a lot of dedicated, so I can mitigate something like that.
Hey, let me feel special. I'm going to feel special. My Jango and Grievous was the first ones to one shot your Obi-Wan.
My Boba Fett was one rounded by a single Corran Horn with 2 rerolls, 2 focuses.
Your Boba Fett was?
Yeah.
That's
I had 2
hilarious.
focus, 2 rerolls. Corn Horn had a stress token.
I
You
did
killed my
almost
Boba Fett.
one round of Boba Fett as well with DBS 404 Janko.
Oh, this was Corn Horn shooting twice. Once went as initiative, the other time at initiative 0 or whatever.
I know Cornhorn's pretty dirty, actually.
Nope. It was
I
just nothing but crits, and it happens.
Wow.
Anyway, let's move on from Republic before Alex rage quits the stream.
Oh, I had more things about. I had more things to say about.
All
I
right,
think
go ahead.
7B Anakin should go up.
7B, any?
I think that should go
Okay.
up. I think Delta 7 Plo Koon should go down. I think at least one Naboo should be 3 points.
Ooh, give me Gallia. That'd be so awesome. All right, we shouldn't do that, but
No.
Give me a handmaiden. You know what? Give me a handmaiden at 3 points. I agree with you. I want Naboos to be better than what they are. I liked it when I had 3-point handmaidens. That was fun. I'm sorry, like I really liked that. That list I ran at the beginning of 2.5 was super fucking fun to run. Seriously.
You were fine with Naboo handmaidens, but you're not fine with Born for this, which does essentially the same thing.
No, because you only assign it to one ship. It's one ship.
Yeah.
That's it.
Okay.
Born for this works on all the fucking ships. Give me a Born for this assigned card where I could just assign it to one ship. It's different. Completely different.
Also, like I feel like a Y-wing or okay, matchstick should just not be 5 points. I'm just gonna go with that.
Yeah, I agree with you on that one.
Yeah.
I don't care that you can target lock and you can get like rerolls. A lot of other ships have rerolls too.
He's an I2. It's a consequential. And he gets one green dice. He just dies. He dies. Yeah. Give me matchstick at 3 points. There you go. There you go. That's a hot take. I'll take matchstick at 3 points. Keep his loadout.
All right. Do you want to continue or you want to go into Mando Jet?
I mean, we still have Republic or not Republic Rebels.
Yep.
Resistance and Scum. I mean, and we can briefly go through those because, like, what are you going to say? Rebels generally across the board might need a couple things to go down. Arc should go down. I think that's fairly good. Hawk should probably go down.
Yep.
I'm a little bit worried about
Hawks.
Jan, but yeah, there's no way like
Yeah, at least
Rourke
one B-wing
should
at
be
4
6
points.
So, I mean, that's what I would say in general, right? I mean, maybe a couple of the X-Wings go down or just increase their loadout value instead of making them go down. Hawks probably go down. The Arc should go down. And Rao should probably be 5 points.
All the fangs should go down. Give me a 4-point Boudica.
That would be pretty strong.
I don't disagree. I think we need it though.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's generally pretty uncontroversial opinions for stuff that doesn't go down. Maybe at a talent slot and a couple more points or something.
Yeah.
So you know who? So the only thing in Rebels I would say, like, I think Tycho should have composure banned. Period. No more composure. Tycho is fine outside of the composure piece of
Yeah,
it.
they could just ban composure the card itself.
Yes. And I'm okay with that of it. I think outside of that, I think we need to be careful with Wes. I wouldn't change Wes right now. Because if you lower too many things like fucking Jan, Wes becomes a monster.
Wes Jansen's so good. Again, still my favorite Republic ship right now.
I know, and I don't disagree with you either. Like, that's why Wes has to stay and cannot change too much.
I think he's fine where he's at.
I would like
Yeah, I
I
think
would
so
like
too.
to see Luke lose some loadout and come down in points. Or give me the boy Luke cheaper. I do not want to see Wedge change. I don't want any more wedges on the damn board. And give me some other 4-point X-Wings. And I'll say the same thing about Resistance. Give me some more 4-point X-Wings and Resistance that can't take like a shield upgrade, right? Like, I don't need a 9-point health ship like for 4 point. I don't need that. But give me some more X-wings that have some, like, I don't know, like give me some X-wings that are 4 points that, like, Cullaby isn't seeing any play right now, right? Like maybe give
Yeah.
Cullaby a little bit more loadout, but not like maybe get rid of a mod slot. I don't know. Maybe we should just ban shield upgrade altogether, and let's just, you know what? Let's just ban shield upgrade. Fuck it. Let's just do that. Let's be done.
I think Rebels should have like Zeb at 2 points in the TIE Fighter. Give him something into like it's still good because like he cancels crits, so it's actually like playable. But they need like a 2-point ship just to kind of even some things out.
Yeah, agree.
Like Sheath appeared,
And maybe
Stab is 4 points for some reason. Like
and let's make generic Z95s 2 points, please. I mean, come on, they're not threatening anybody, and you just need that 1 2-point piece at some point.
Yeah, just 2 points, 2-point Captain Rex.
All right, let's do Resistance next. And I said the same thing. I want to see 4-point X-wings. Sorry, I do.
Other than Zay Versio?
Yes, I like Zay. Don't get me wrong, I do like Zay, but give me a few more so I can run like 3 of them. Like X-wings are iconic, for fuck's sake. Like, you know.
Yeah, I agree.
I don't know. 4 points is because I mean, I guess you could take like Joff, right? Like no one's flying him.
Give me Pam mentioned the jamming resistance transport at 3 points.
Yeah.
Oh, the thing that doesn't have the crew slot because they didn't.
Yeah.
Can we just ban Finn? We just ban Finn. That's what I said before. Ban Finn.
Yeah.
Just give him 1 talent.
No!
Make him like 9 points, so he has to take C-3PO crew and heroic.
Right. I'm okay with yeah. Let's get rid of the percent the co-pilot bullshit.
I mean, you still get 2 calculates with C-3PO or whatever. You know, you can
That's
do
fine.
that.
But it's not the
have
same,
heroic,
though.
right? I think elusive is kind of the problem. I want generic, like elusive probably should go up, just in general. That's my opinion. I think maybe a Y-wing should be at like 3 points. Because, you know...
Yeah, give me a few... Yeah. Give me Ekbar at 3 points. Thank you.
Give me League of
yeah.
Song at 3 points. That thing's hot garbage.
All right, fine. I like Ekbar better, though. Give me,
but I get
like,
rolls off my turret attack for friendly devices or calculating ships in the attack arc.
I like Ekbar. I was running Ekbar.
Yeah, but he's actually good. That's what I mean.
I think it's okay in Resistance. I think personally, I would like to see Poe go to 8 and Lando come to 7. But that's just me.
For the Falcon, you mean?
Yep.
Yeah, I agree with Poe going up to 8. I don't want Lando down to 7. I
do. But that's
these things already get enough of their own like internal modifications. We don't actually need to give them more things.
I don't know. I want Lando at 7 so he sees play, but that's just me. I want to see Han unbanned too, but that's never gonna happen. Give me Han with a new fucking thing.
Yeah, new ability Han would be fine. Yeah,
I'm sure that when we get like the next scenario for the Resistance / First Order, we're gonna get a standard loadout Han with a new ability, just like they did with Rebel Han.
Give it to me. Let me play Han. That's what I want. I want to play Han in Resistance. I'm sorry, like I really do. I like Han. I don't know. Resistance. Yeah, so Resistance. I don't think there should be that many changes. Now we get into Scum.
Yeah, let's lower some of those M3As.
Yeah, let me give me an M3A swarm again. I like it with Kanan or Gamut Key,
or just give me Sunny Bounder with more than 5 points. That's all I want.
Sunny Bounder should.
I think a lot of them are fine at 3. Maybe make something like what's her face? That garbage one. God, Leighton Asara? No, that's the good one. An Aldra. There we go. An Aldra. Make an Aldra 2 points. Because you're hurting yourself to use her ability. You might as well make it 2 points.
Yeah, I think all around, Scum needs to come down quite a bit for almost everything.
Maul
Like-
should be at like 8 points. There should be a 3-point Y wing.
Can you
The
can you
fangs need to
reduce
go
the
down.
cost of fucking Fen for Christ's sake? Can I get Fen not at 7 points?
Or Tarok at 6.
Do you think Finn would go down to 6 and still see play, or does he have to go all the way down to 5?
5.
It would be kind of hard to justify playing Fen at 6, honestly.
Give me old Turok and Fen at 5 points.
Well, I'll do dirty things with old Tarok. He's my boy.
I know you will. I'm okay with it.
I am all on the board of Form and Approach being 2 points as well. Or
Yep.
Yushin.
Seaver down to 3.
Yeah, that'd be great, but that's not what they should do.
Yep. I also want to see Namlan in the rogue class go down to 4 points.
Swap it with Dirge.
Give it a little bit more loadout than Dirge though, but let's swap it. Unless you're going to give the title, if you're going to give the title back to him at 4 points, then maybe keep it at 10. But if you're not going to give him the title, let him have like 15, 14 loadout. Come on,
Yeah,
Like-
I agree.
and I'm saying, give me fucking Namlam. How about this? Give me Namlam and Victor at 4 points. Let me run 2 of those things.
A game in the back of 2,
Yeah.
Tell
Make 'em 4
Travura
points.
should not be 6 points at all. Can't even
Yeah.
take the title. I don't know why it says 6 points. It's got 2 cannon slots. Like, it makes no sense in my mind why it's that.
Is it wrong if I say I want Pavlov to come down to 4 points too?
Paylob?
Yeah.
Paylob is a pain. Everyone hates Paylob. I would be great. I'd be fine with it, but I don't think it should go down.
I mean, it would be an answer to the Republic.
It'd be an answer to anything except for droids.
That's true.
Can't take calculate tokens. Only focuses and evades.
Yeah, you kill droids, so whatever. I mean,
Star
again,
Vipers down 1-1.
Star
I don't
Vipers aren't
care about
lethal yet.
extended. Who cares about
No,
extended? Nope,
they're coming out eventually.
No,
next
they're
year.
not.
Star Vipers.
whatever. Who cares? I don't want to talk about extended stuff.
Yeah.
I want to. I'm sorry. Give me Dace and Pavlov down at 4 points.
They're the only ones that could take the title.
All
That's
right.
the problem with them.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know
Title
why.
makes them more tanky.
Well, it gives them, double focus and the whole front arc kind of thing. You don't want that with Paylob.
Can I tell you
Because
I
that's a
want
huge arc.
Eamon at 6 points in a fire spray? Is that wrong?
No.
Keep his loadout. Let him have.
We
now
need
we're just
Mando.
give-
At 6 points.
All right,
Mando
I'm
needs to
okay
be
with.
at
I'm
6
here on board for that.
I guess. I think he's totally playable at 7, but yeah, there's a lot of just the problem with Scum is that there's a lot of really awkward point thresholds. Like not having 2 points really sucks at list building, and there's not like viable 4s outside of like Kanan, and like you kind of take Dirge, but if you're taking Kanan, you want more firepower, so you end up like bringing like 2 other ships instead of splitting it between 3, and like Gamut's awesome at 3 points, but that's about it. Not like, I mean, Ahav's cool and Light Nashara is useful, and like that's the other 3-point ship you're bringing. It's not a lot at 5. It's just like really weird when you
Right.
take the ships you want and you're just trying to fill out the rest of the list. You're just like, this is awful.
Can I say something crazy? Can I have L337 in the YT 1300 at 6 points, and that's fine because I think 5 points is crazy. But let's give them like 23-ish loadout points and give them talent slots back.
Okay.
Let me run Initiative 2 L337, baby. Really, I,
like,
want that.
Han
I
and
love
Lando
that
have
shit.
talent slots.
Huh?
Han and Lando have talent slots.
Exactly.
L337 doesn't.
Right.
Because I tried to run her the other day when I was playing around for a league, and I was like, I just can't do it.
And then you just slap Notorious on her, though.
Yeah.
Sure. I'm sorry, like, Scum needs some help, man.
I totally agree. Scum.
Absolutely.
I don't play Scum anymore because it's really boring. It needs
Yeah,
something.
it's very it definitely needs some up, and bring back Maul Gauntlet down by a point as well.
Yeah. It's
Yeah,
like the first thing
yeah.
I said. Yeah, he should be
now the
9.
contraband.
Kato Licho should be at 2 points.
Catherine, everything needs to go up. Catherine, that's going to be the opposite of what they're going to do. There's no way they're going to make everything go up.
I mean, I understand. Like, I would too like, you know, a lot of things to go up, but they're not seeming to be leading in 3 and 4 ship lists and more 5 or 4 and 5.
And we need 3-point Y-Wings for Scum. Can't leave that out.
Something useful.
Yeah, give me some 3-point Y-Wings.
Patrick ain't going to do anything.
Yeah.
Come on. We all know that.
There's only one Y-Wing in Scum that does anything. So, and they're still too expensive at 5 points.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you were talking about Lima.
No.
Because that's the only useful
Cavill.
Cavill, dude, Christ. Cavill is a one-trick pony that is way too expensive for 5 points.
Well, that's what I'm saying. He needs a points reduction so that way he can be at least a cheap one-trick pony.
I guess. Make him 4 and half his loadout.
I want to see Lima with afterburners. That's what I want to see.
You got to say post-combustibles, man. Stop saying afterburners.
Yes.
All right. Well, we went a lot longer than I thought we were going to go for. I shouldn't listen to JJ. We're going longer than we wanted to go for points predictions. But that's our points predictions for next week or the week after, depending on when they release them. Again, Alex and JJ will be putting together a doc for us for the next couple of weeks for some of the points changes, plus some lists. We will be doing, once they release points changes, it's going to be list building and points discussions, and that's it. I don't care about anything we've done before between the whole cancer thing and all this. I don't have the capacity to want to try and do a whole new segment again. We will try to wrap up our list archetype segment at some point. I just can't commit the time right now. And I apologize for that. I don't have the energy myself to put into it until we get through this. But because of Store Champ season, points and list building are going to be the highlight of what our podcast will be going to for a little while. And JJ and Alex are going to helm that piece of it. Now, with that being said, thank you all for joining us tonight. We've had an amazing night. We will be back next week, Sunday, 9 p.m. Eastern, 2100 Eastern, or 0100 UTC. If you would like to stick around and talk about Mandalorian Episode 8, that came out a couple weeks ago, we're going to finish up our Universe Extended discussion on Mando Season 3, Episode 8, with spoilers, but we are going to finish that up here in 3 minutes once I get more water and some whiskey to wash it down with. Alex, it's been a pleasure. Thank you all. If you don't know who Alex is at this point, join them over at Best Spin Benchwarmers podcast. They have an amazing show that they put out once or twice a month. And you can listen to them rant about how much I am crazy in my anti-Republic takes on their show.
Not officially a topic.
It is. It's officially,
but it might be now.
It is. It's gonna be. It's gonna be the Tanner. It's gonna be the anti-Tanner rant hour. Is what it's gonna be. You do. You got to create the topic. Come on, Alex. Make me a topic on your show. There you go. What the fuck, Tanner? Say that was stupid this week.
Yeah.
Anyway, thank you all for joining us. We'll be back next week, or you can stick around and we'll be right back with more Universe Extended.